Season 2 of Alan Ritchson's Reacher has returned to Prime Video after nearly 2 years. Season 2 expands the Reacher universe with new people, experiences, and breathtaking action sequences, while preserving a crucial element from Season 1. Lee Child, author of the Jack Reacher novels, is duly acknowledged and thanked in both Season 1 and Season 2. It is great to see the show so freely acknowledge that Child built the Reacher universe. The comic book film industry must take note of this lesson. Hollywood blockbusters have relied on comic book movies for a long time. The comic book industry is still struggling, despite the fact that they have made studios and actors a ton of money. A common complaint leveled against comic book movies is that they fail to adequately credit the original creators of the stories. Movies should start paying tribute to the inventors of comic book characters like Superman, Batman, Captain America, and Captain Marvel. Now is the time for comic book movies to take a page out of Reacher's playbook. Top-rated adaptations of comic books. As a result, modern audiences have their pick of many different comic book movies. There has been an overwhelming number of comic book adaptations, whether they originate from DC, Marvel, or independent publishers. Most notably, there is the 15-year-old Marvel Cinematic Universe, which has been producing successful films and television series based on comic books. For quite some time, movies like the Dark Knight trilogy, the MCU, and Zack Snyder's disastrous DCEU have been using comic book characters to tell interesting stories. A lot of these movies do really well at the box office. They bring in a ton of cash for the production corporations behind the movies. The problem arises, though, when the original authors of these stories and characters do not share in the profits made by the film corporations. Falcon and the Winter Soldier are a prime illustration of this. Ed Brubaker, who created Bucky Barnes and turned him into the Winter Soldier, had some reservations about Marvel on Kevin Smith's Fat Man Beyond podcast at the time of the series' publication. As Brubaker put it, "It actually kind of makes me feel sick to my stomach." He went on to explain how viewing the series' advertisements disturbed him. More specifically, he wants to know why a big studio would want its creators to feel that way. Subsequently, Brubaker adds,